It's silly. It's silly.
Oh,
It wouldn't be reversing podcast without
I feel like
without a little bit of.
I feel like Freaky Mike on 520 podcast, nigga. They be talking about him all the time on 520, nigga. Audio issues all the time, nigga.
Some technical difficulties, bruh. It's been
What's
a minute.
happening? What's happening? It's the Underground Professional Wrestling Podcast. You know what it is. Joint Roll Ayatollah with CT, AKHD Bang, nigga. We are here in the flesh, live, special occasion, because I hit my nigga yesterday. I said it might be something special. My nigga said, if it's special, we'll know. Because I don't really do the pod thing. And I'm like, bro, I said, you know how retired niggas sometimes got to go to the park and get a pickup game and just to make
I
sure
gotta
that,
get my jersey down from the rafters
you
for
know what I'm
this
saying?
one pod, and I got to do an emergency pod with you. When I hung it up, I told you that whenever there's big news, I don't mind coming on here and talking some wrestling with you. I don't mind, doing a review for WrestleMania, you know. And today's one of those days where it's just major news of wrestling business, the wrestling world. Something I thought would never happen has happened, and they had one of the, if not the best show of the year last night, and we just got to talk about it.
And real quick, what you said though, I guess is the big kind of catapulting thing is something we never thought we thought would happen, but we wanted to. And for so long, I guess this podcast also let's just be quite honest about it. The podcast started because nigga, we wanted shit and they didn't give it to us. Quite just point blank period, nigga. Like we wanted shit, we fantasy booked, motherfuckers didn't hear shit because nigga, we do what we want over here. And for a long time, we have been conditioned to be like, well, if they throw a dog a bone, and then we started getting backyard full of bones. You know what I'm saying? We became desensitized to it to the point where, to your case, wrestling wasn't essential enough because it had checked off so many boxes. It did
Yeah,
what we asked it to do. It had provided us entertainment. It gave us black people in the forefront. It gave wrestling back the feel of being cool to watch. And now niggas is 30 plus and like, all right, we gotta go to work too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's only a select few. We wanted it to be us though, but it's only a select few who could really make this a sustainable living endeavor that they're able to kind of indulge in.
we could
And
still do it if we
it,
really wanted to,
we
but
absolutely, but again,
it's gonna take commitment, and we have lives, we have families, and it's. I would love to go live every PLE or every Raw, every
mhm.
SmackDown, and just sit here in front and talk. But I got other obligations.
Bro,
I got
Dave
things
LaGreca
I'm
went three
working on.
hours last night, nigga.
Yeah,
Three. That
yeah,
nigga went 3 hours after watching wrestling for four.
yeah. And I like wrestling to be like my reprieve from my work, because when you make work your passion, then your passion becomes work. Not that it's not a bad thing, because I've enjoyed doing the podcast consistently for years, but I'm now just evolving, and But when the shit is so good and so historic that me and my boy got to talk in our group chat, and we're talking about it from it's like first thing in the morning. We might as well just hop on a pod here and just tackle the issues head on. We cannot bury the lead. We cannot bury the lead here.
Can't.
Good old boy, Mr. Rise Above Hate,
Come
Mr.
on.
Hustle Always Seeking Respect,
Come on.
Mr. Don't Give Up,
Come on.
has officially turned to the dark side and has turned heel. They say, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. Cena said this is his farewell tour. He got one more year left in the business. And in that very last year, he lived too long and became the villain. He is now heel. John Cena is now officially heel. That wasn't no maybe slight turn. That was full blown heel shit you saw last night.
Yeah,
And boy,
there was no room for interpretation as to
mhm,
is Cena is he ain't is like nah. We
that's why
knew
I
we knew
love
by the
our
end of the
truth.
night, bro.
That's why I love our truth. I think Brandy Rose said Cena sucks. Archie was like, let's not jump to conclusions. We can't jump to conclusions, man. That was definitive, man, and
Super.
I think they just. Uh, let me rewind a little bit.
Well, I would say this. Let's. I would say this to get into it, and I'm sorry, but I would like to kind of go into steer you into the conversation of this. We started off yesterday with the continuation of a feeling that we've have had for close to a year. Like, what the fuck is Rock doing? We got the voice notes from last year WrestleMania when we was like, what rabbit out the hat are they gonna pull off? Because Rock seemed to fuck up the flow last year. And they gave us the press conference, right? They gave us the press conference. And in that press conference, it was still convoluted. We were still arguing in a group chat. And to that point, that was the beginning of what I felt like your turnoff. Because
Turn off? Nah, nah. I love it.
I would say if I were to listen, if I were to retroactively listen to the pod and listen to you after that, in regards to what we're about to talk about, as far as Rock and Cody, as far as those two entities as the top, everything trickles down off of that. And I
I'm
can,
gonna be real with you. It's not that. And I told you this before. We talked a couple weeks ago about The Rock on our
Mhm,
group chat, and
mhm.
we haven't been doing pod, so it's all been in our group chat. So I'll bring it here. My initial uh problem with The Rock started. So yeah, let's take it back there. Let me explain that part.
Mhm,
The Rock came
exactly.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
The Rock came back and took Cody's
Cody
match
spot.
at WrestleMania, spot at
Yep,
WrestleMania.
yep.
That to me just felt like the wrong thing to do at the time for the
Hmm,
story that's been told. It
hmm.
felt like The Rock came in and just felt like he was bigger than what WWE has been setting in place for the entire year. That's what it felt like. And I
You
wasn't
wasn't
the only one who felt that way.
No, you wasn't wrong.
You know,
You were on the I on this podcast. I was the contrary in belief, but to your point, that's the reason why we got the Cody Crybabies. That's why we got the out. You were not alone in that.
yeah.
So go ahead, go ahead with that. Yeah.
So they pivot. They give us the double main event last year, WrestleMania, with Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody, and then that led to Bloodline Rules, where Cody defeats Roman to become champion. Once we had that, I had no problem with The Rock and how his presence in WWE. As a matter of fact, I was thankful that he would come back in such a capacity and like give us that much theater or cinema, people say, on a weekly basis he did last year, leading to WrestleMania. It felt so special. My problem this year stems from the Netflix appearance of The Rock.
Do you didn't have an issue with Bad Blood?
No, it stems from Netflix because
Okay.
it stems from Netflix because of how he set things up in Bad Blood. So here's the thing: if
Okay.
you don't promo with Cody in the night after WrestleMania, if you don't go to Bad Blood and show up, then I don't have a problem with the Netflix. If that makes any sense. I don't
Hmm.
with his appearance on Netflix. If he does those things before Netflix and then shows up at Netflix and kind of like completely ignores that he has an issue with Cody, completely ignores that he did the whole slit throw of Bad Blood, completely ignores that he said to himself that he's going after Cody when he comes back. And us, the fan base, just have to accept that he's embracing Cody now and he's sharing shots with him backstage. That's inconsistent with the storytelling to that point. I still stand here today and say to him and the WWE at large, you could have done that better. Like, you can't blame the fans. Say just sit there and wait and be patient and just see where it goes when there's inconsistency right in front of our face. We can't just sit there and take a character that's doing something uncharacteristic and be like, yeah, let's just wait and see if that character, one, is not always on TV, two, if that character is also The Rock and on the board of TKO, and we're wondering, hey, are you completely abandoning everything you set up for previously? So I do think that Netflix, everything The Rock did on that, the potential match with him and Cody, the potential match with him and Roman Reigns, it felt like that was nullified, and we were to expect that there wasn't any issues. So from that point, I said, fuck The Rock. I don't care what he's doing at WrestleMania. He doesn't got to wrestle. We have enough stars on the roster here. I'd rather just focus on these people here. Shout out to Rich. What's good? I agreed. As it happened, it was disappointing. But now in retrospect, there was always an angle. And it's a little slow burning, but it ended up coming full circle. And that's where we're at. And that's what I was getting to. You're completely right. Um, Whether they had the angle in place before that or not, they were smart enough to include all that stuff to this culmination of Cena turning heel. And to that point, I am humbled. I remember one time I was like either 9 or 10 years old. It was like my birthday. I wake up, my birthday, I'm excited. I go to school. Some people are like, "Oh, happy birthday." I come back home, and like basically no one acknowledged my birthday the entire day, you know? So I was really sad and I went to bed. Went to bed early, like right after school, like 4 or 5 o'clock or something like that. And I got woken up to like a whole buffet cake and like it was crazy and my family celebrated my birthday that day and it was like a surprise. They intentionally acted like they forgot, and that's kind of how I feel here. It's kind of like I felt like they betrayed me with the Netflix era, the Netflix appearance of The Rock, and I'm like, oh, you forgot about everything that you set up in place, and I'm like, damn, you forgot it. All right, then fuck y'all too. Fuck you, Rock. I don't need you. But then, he rockabye baby lull me to sleep, and they give us this, and I'm like even more surprised and shocked and happy, and I'm humbled to have seen what they've come up with.
For everybody know, we always keep a motherfucking third man.
Mhm.
Let me show him to you, brother.
The third man, and it's not Travis Scott.
Hey,
Rich,
we welcome cousin Rich to the
welcome.
podcast. He's a part of the initial group chat, the family group chat. Me, him, Chidi, cousin twin, brother twin, and I think this this is so. I guess we call this the male soap opera, and I won't say it's important because it's not important in the grand scheme of things. But in the male soap opera that we watch, this is so important because of a they show trust in the movement that they have built. We are all sports fans, and we all get frustrated. Rick, no, Chidi, I know, me, I know. Play the fucking young talent. Pay the young talent.
Pay Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner now. Okay, go ahead.
Nigga. And you know Woody Johnson. You have to say that. You gotta say it. Rich, no. Nigga can why we give up Grimes? We put up 44 yesterday. Why we give up Grimes, nigga? Nigga, what we do? We play the young guys. Pay the young guys. WWE, we said for a long time, they relied on veterans, names. Hogan just came back, right? When Cena came back, I kind of rolled my eyes. I'm like, he really don't need to be around me, right? Until the seeds were planted, and you caught it. You said either Cena goes heel or Cody goes heel, but them two have to meet. And I was adverse to you saying that because I did not think the story will be good enough. Cody just turning heel, maybe because the fans would never let go of Cena and everything that he's done for the, you know what I mean? Maybe that could have been, but I think even then that would have been lazy a bit. Um,
Yeah.
Corporate Cena, bro. Him coming to that podium after losing to Jay and coming there is like, hey, after all I've done, nigga, I ain't asking, I'm telling. I'm winning this championship. And I ain't never really heard Cena talk like that,
Yeah.
right? I'm thinking that they were just giving Cena a little bit of edge, like
And
just
and he
and
said a key
yeah,
word there that stuck out to me, and that was best for business. And I didn't want to read into it too much because I was like, nah. But we all know what best for business
that's
means
for business
in
and
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah. We go back to the Authority. We go back to Brian Danielson. Yes, Mania. What we had to overcome to get those guys over in the face of what's best for business. CM Punk even what best for business. Why we didn't get the guys we wanted on the top. And when he said I'm gonna do what's best for me, and what's best for business is me being champion. I was like, that's interesting framing of words. But I was like, maybe he's just, I'm not trying to look into it too much and like overthink this thing.
And we asked if Cena, I remember us having this podcast, and Rich, I'm gonna let you in a little bit on this. We asked if Cena wins the championship, what the fuck? What does that look like? Who does he put over? What? In grand scheme of things, for Cody to lose to get it back, I think that makes Cody. That makes Cody Cena having a championship, dropping it again. That makes Cody absolute. That is the stamp upon stamps for Cody in a way. But for me, also outside of pay and play the young guys, it went on to me to let me go back to saying they hear us. They've never not heard us before. They just ignored it.
Yeah, because there's a
You know what
guy
I'm
in
saying?
charge that had the pen.
It's a guy in charge right now still that has a pen, but the collaborative pen that they have, my nigga, it has the grip of everything. Paul has a hold of social media.
Mm.
As much as he references it, as much as he motherfucker, he has scouts. He got a goddamn team. Him himself on the damn shitter is
Did you see The
scrolling
Rock
through
on the
social
press
media.
conference?
Yeah,
And The Rock said, "Hey Sam, I listened to your podcast." He flat out said that he listens to. So if he listens to him, I know he's heard Dave LaGreca. I know they probably have heard us. You
right.
never know. They are have an ear down to the to the social media, to the internet. They know what we're saying.
And Rock having the ability, as we talked about in the group chat, and to tie, and I want to bring Rich into this as well.
Yeah.
When we hear about rewrites in Marvel, it tempers our expectation. We think negative. It's a negative connotation when we hear rewrite, right? When we hear that the director's on this fifth draft, or they switch directors, or whatever the case may be, we instantly have a negative connotation.
Yeah.
When I hear The Rock bring that Hollywood shit into here, along with the car subject to change, and even he said in the press conference, we had an audible, depending on what the crowd did. I thought that was interesting.
That was
Rich,
dope.
how would you feel about the fucking turn? Where do you feel about like the I mean, Corporate Rock, you've been seen as been a baby face damn near all our adult life. We have a new prop of you got a young stepson. I know I'm not sure if he's into wrestling, but Cody and Jay seem to have taken that reign. Is it? Do you feel like it's the best time, or where did you feel Chambers should have went?
No, I feel like it was perfect timing, and all of the guys that's at the head of the table, no pun intended. Of course, we're not talking about Roman, but everybody that's in control of writing and production and everything, they like you said, they got their pulse as to what's going on. And right now, like the iron is hot. So with them having to pivot from last year's WrestleMania, because it was like, oh man, they really behind this young guy. We can't pull that trigger right now. but let's hold this other Joker right here in our back pocket for now. You know what I'm saying? So, like CT was saying, so when we get the Raw on Netflix and they do that shit at the very beginning of the show, me included, I'm watching. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are they doing? And then again, here we go. We fast forward several months to today, and we watch and see what happens. To me, watching it, it was literally like watching NWO on WCW when Hulk Hogan switched to the bad guy. Like that's what it was. Because
Yeah,
his entire career, Hogan was not just the face of the company. He became the face of the next company. He was the guy to let me put them in the movie. Like he was like the American guy. It was like he was
yeah,
that guy. So for them today, that's what Cody Rhodes is. He's the American dream, the American nightmare. Like he's that face of the company today. So with him
yeah.
being that, let's take the previous baby face that everybody knows worldwide, and what better way to turn him heel and put him against the brand new baby face that's gonna end up being, I feel like Cody is gonna be that guy, the forever baby face guy, until they make him that heel 20 years from now,
Yeah.
later on down the line. But I feel like it was perfect. It was very reminiscent of Hulk Hogan to Hollywood Hulk for
It
me.
was.
It's
It was.
perfect.
And I wasn't trying to be hyperbolic. I'm sorry when I said it last night. The trajectory of the business may have changed because Hogan turned heel. If we look at subsequently what happened after everything after that, we talking about DX, we talking about Austin, we are talking about The Rock, we are talking about the Attitude Era, we are talking about ruthless aggression. Everything happened literally. That was what they call it in Marvel. What's the joint that
The canon event.
that's a canon event. Hogan Turner was a canon event in 20th century wrestling,
I got a
right?
question
And
for
it's
you,
like,
but go finish
guys,
your
go ahead,
statement.
go
No,
ahead, go ahead.
oh well, that canon event, and I know right now we're prisoners of the moment because Cena just turned. This is definitely a canon event, but you said Hogan turning changed everything afterward. To me, that canon event is Roman turning. Without Roman turning, I don't know if we get this. Without his turn being that successful,
That's valid.
I don't know if this ever happens.
And also to that point, I want to add on too,
That's a
even
good point.
even beyond canon events, right? Because the purpose of canon events is, oh, Loki over here did this, so that made a break in the timeline. Like
Uh-huh.
these things happen because of breaks in the timeline. Hollywood Hogan happened because of DX. He happened because WWF was kicking WCW ass. Hollywood
Wait,
Hogan
was
happened
Oh
it?
no,
because
no,
of
It was
no,
after. No, it was
that was
after.
after.
That was
Yeah,
after.
Actor
I
came
think
after in
no,
turn.
the
But
canon.
no, but he went to WCW prior to, and like
Yeah,
that was
true. He
all
did.
like that was all
The,
a happening of that
the
led
canon
to,
event was the steroids trial. That
yes,
that was the canon event.
that's prior
No
to,
real shit. Hope had to leave, and Vince had to tell that nigga to
right,
back that nigga because I'm
right,
going to court because of y'all motherfuckers.
yes,
When
yes,
Hogan turned, that's when they started going that 86 weeks or 87 weeks. They
Yep.
started to get higher in the ratings because Hogan was a character before that. Just like
yes,
John Cena came back recently, and we're like,
yes,
Exactly.
this guy
yes,
don't fit.
Yes.
He's like a
yes,
character, super like like this new era. He don't fit as that version of himself. Now, if he
right,
did, it would just be a nostalgia act. Hogan was the same thing until boom, NWO, black and white, and then they started kicking WWE's ass, and then that forced WWE to stop playing the old game of
I ain't gonna
using
hold you.
these
I hope this
crazy gimmicks
change
like
AEW, man.
fucking Max Moon and shit.
I hope this change brother. What they got over there with Moxley and Adam Copeland.
Ooh.
Trinidad. Bro, they pay-per-view next week, and I'm like,
They have good pay-per-views though. That's the thing that they're really good at. They're good
don't
at
care about their
pay-per-views.
stories, nigga. I'm not drawing that at all, brother.
Yeah,
Facts,
and
facts.
that's been what's kicking their butt. Like the storyline, it just ain't it. But that's also what they hang their hat on, which I hope isn't the detriment to them. Is the fact that like, yo, man, we're not trying to be like WWE where it's all storyline. But for me, I can't speak for the majority, but I know me, and it has to be a certain percentage of people watching. Right? It's
Yeah,
like, nah,
is there?
we like that's what draws us is the actual storyline. So yeah, you
Yeah,
giving me
true.
action, but yo, I'm here for the story too. So,
WWE's ratings are going up. AEW's ratings are going down. It's just facts. People buy into stories. And if you guys ever watched Game of Thrones, how that story ended is because he told a story. He said that what people gravitate towards
yep.
our stories and what they believe in our stories. That's how we communicate, you know. And as much as a cool move here and there or good match can be like, wow, that was spectacular, it's just not as compelling television week to week if you can't tell a really good story. We haven't had a match yet, and we're having all this engagement, you know, on what's going on. Look, even if we can talk about how the show started, we'll get to it. But real quick, what's going on with Naomi, Jade, and Bianca all year to lead to that moment is incredible. From last WrestleMania to this WrestleMania, you know, that is a story that we've yet to see the match yet, but it's incredible to get that pop, that moment. That's the payoff. And let's welcome Ray, man.
What's
You were
happening,
watching
nigga?
it. What's up,
Fellas,
man?
fellas, fellas.
What's up with you, brother? Your ass laid up in the bed, nigga. What's
I was
happening?
I was listening. I was listening before y'all put me on stage. My bad.
What's up?
What's up, man?
I
Yo,
missed a
all
good
right, so
portion.
tell us how you feel. Tell us what went through your mind that last 20, 30 minutes of Elimination Chamber the from Cena and Punk working together to get rid of Seth to Seth helping Cena eliminate Punk, from Cody and Cena to Rock, Cody Cena to tell me Travis Scott blowing tree. He my nigga. If anybody need to be Travis Scott, is me. Let me blow some tree in that motherfucker.
That was
Cause
actually Sage. He was burning
Yeah,
Sage.
they said it was Sage. They said it was Sage. That's what Michael Cole said. I don't know if it was actually. I
oh,
don't
Or
I
know.
Palo
thought
He
Santo.
said
One of those
he
two.
said Sage. I mean, I
I
don't.
thought they was using that as a euphemism.
Yeah, cause
I
I know
thought that
He was
Michael.
burning something.
Cause
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Michael
It
Cole
wasn't
said
Bud.
Sage. But I'm pretty sure like he can't say oh it's that.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought McAfee was calling weed sage because you know
Nah, he was
last
I'm
burning
time
some
I'm
kind of Palo Santo, some stage, some Illuminati shit. I'm telling you,
he said
I
something.
liked his. I liked him being added to it. I did because we talk about
Bro, he looked like
the
Dennis
elite.
Rodman. He looked like Dennis
He
Rodman.
looked
That's why
badass,
they kept
bro.
comparing him to Rodman.
No,
Honestly,
adding that celebrity, he's such a big celebrity in the ring during that moment while The Rock is pretty much trying to tell Cody to sell his soul. Like, you know, we all talk about, oh, the
The
elite,
devil
you know,
music. Yep, I
you
talk
know,
about it all the time, nigga.
I
I
said in the
said
group chat
Travis
like
got
yo
the
like
devil
I said
music.
look at Travis Scott like walking around like he about to pop off like he
yeah,
walked like you see how Cody looked at Travis and he walked around like he walked behind him he was like and you see Travis just chilling like shades on just walking around him like you know you in the hood you get somebody behind you like
yeah.
what
I
you
just
trying to
didn't feel
do
right.
like
Yeah.
this man slow strolling behind him honestly that whole sequence bro like that last like you said that last 20 to 25 minutes of limit from in the elimination chamber to that it's almost like gave that excitement nostalgia like you had night 2 WrestleMania with how that ended with Cody and Roman and then bringing out The Rock, Undertaker, and then like Seth Black. It was like one thing after another. It was like this happening, that happening. Seeing Cody, I mean seeing Seth no CM and Cena had that little moment in the ring. Like that just brought back like 2010s. Like,
Bro, they
damn.
chemistry, they ain't touched
Like
in like
it
15
was
years.
like, yo,
Them niggas
like
got chemistry, bro.
it
For
was like,
real.
yo, just off rip. It was like riding a bike to them. It was like,
For real.
and then seeing how they work together to get Rollins out, and then Rollins making that, seeing how Rollins is having that similar uh path how Roman was towards him, and how he let his anger and his past feelings and stuff like that towards CM continue to haunt him. And it did again. Where they showed the shows where like Seth like power bomb Cena through the glass. Could have easily pinned him, but no, he wanted to go towards CM and beat the hell out of him. And it
His
cost
main
him.
goal was to make sure CM Punk didn't get the
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
he wanted to make him suffer.
Yeah.
Same thing with Roman. Like he wanted to see Rollins suffer more than he could have easily pinned Cody, got the title back.
Uh-huh.
And it's like you really like messed with the opportunity. And then like to see him curb stomp Punk. And then why that man had a Cena had him in the locks. And that man that died on live
Cena didn't even
TV was
hesitate.
crazy. Like you could just tell like that ongoing like storyline between them two, like that shit not about to die no time soon. And then
Yeah.
like I said, with the whole Rock and everything and Cody, I one love the fact that when he said when he told Rock, they didn't censor that shit, no nothing. Like he said what he said, the crowd went fucking nuts. Rock face was like still. And then like when Cena did what he did, it was like finally seeing your golden boy turn dark. It was like I said, when Hogan went to NWO, it's like when your favorite character finally like turned heel or finally let the voices go into his head. And it was just I'm not gonna say long time coming, but I mean it was finally something that we wanted to see. We wanted to experience it. Like, okay, he's been baited how many times, but he never went for it. So
Let's
to
talk.
see that and see it play out, like it's gonna be interesting. Like you said, like it's so many different storylines off that night that happened. It's everyone's is geared towards that. Everyone loves the comeback story. That's why everybody wanted to see Cody finish his story. Everybody loves the revenge story. That's why everyone
Yeah.
was so amped about Jay. Everyone loves a man who's like when you walk in, like, oh, that's that nigga. That's what I said before when Rock came out. I was like, yo, these Samoans, like, for some reason, like their aura is like him, Roman, shoot to a degree, Jacob. Like, you walk in, like, oh, yeah, they some HNICs. Like, just just to see how it plays out, like, just the storylines, what happened back then and 10 years ago, and how it's playing out now, and what could possibly happen. Like, I know we always compare, like, storylines how with Marvel, like, one of the reasons why everyone's looking forward to watching the new season of Daredevil is the freaking storyline from the last season. And how this man, Kingpin, ain't from being from in jail. Now you're the freaking mayor of New York. How that shit happen? Like, it's different storylines, and it's just like this. Like, is this a permanent storyline with Cena? Are you gonna turn? Are you really gonna be bad for like foreseeable future, or is this like I'm doing it to like how Randy was healed for Bray, but then he just did it just to get under Bray at the end. Like, it's so many different things that can really happen, and it's
I
like,
don't
all
think
right,
there's any type of middle ground right now. I think
Yeah,
we
you,
still
yeah,
go.
you,
yeah,
he already he 10 toes in on that.
yeah, like so it's like, all right, like he really in, like he really vested, and like I see kept people talking about who's gonna help Cody. Like, nah, Cody's on his own. Like, Roman not gonna help him. You think
No,
Roman gonna
hold on,
like
I saw that. That's why I
like
wanted to
everyone
go.
kept saying, yo, where's Roman? Like, somebody help him out. Like,
That's where I was going with that.
what's the benefit of Roman going? Like, if anything, Roman is part of what The Rock tried to offer him. Like, not sell his soul, but
I
like,
always
shoot,
wondered like why The Rock didn't go to Roman and say, "Can you be my champion?" I was always curious, like why didn't he? Why is he now befriending Cody to
Well,
get him as champion to
I
be his
think
champion
to a
rather than doing
degree
his cousin?
Roman already was. Like, he was the head of the table. Like,
no, I,
he wasn't a people's champion like how Cody is. Like, he ain't I sold my
I
soul
think
to the
that needs. I
fans.
think there's
Like,
story there. I think that needs to be told. Like, why would The Rock go straight to Cody instead of
well,
like, hey,
because
let's
he know
figure out how
Roman
to get
can't
this
be
title back?
compromised. You know what I'm saying? I know we fresh off of Black History Month, but you know, a white man always gonna sell his soul. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. Pickled tomato F1 boy says maybe because he thinks Roman already. Um,
That's true. No,
I
I think
mean, I feel you, but he's already peaked. But he's been champion for 4 years. If you want your guy, this guy's your blood. He had championship for 4 years. If he gets it back, there's no telling where you
well,
could have this guy as a champion for
I
4 years.
think also
I don't think Roman is peaked. I don't think he's peaked. I think he helped other wrestlers reach their potential peak.
no, I would say this though. Let's if we're gonna take it like introspective, Rock has always wanted the people. I know Roman. We think Cody has the people. If you corrupt Cody, you corrupt the people, right? In some aspect, or if you control, right? We talk, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
got the
niggas want
kids.
to music.
I mean, in a sense, Cody
I
is the
mean,
people's champ.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
if you take over Cody, you now control the people because now where do those fans go to now? They're gonna get strictly behind Jey Uso. Like there's no baby face in waiting. So Rock essentially is like, I got check. I got Roman here, who's my cousin. I already got that nigga in the
That's in
pocket.
the bag.
So it's no
That's
need for
family.
me. It's no need for me being to come him with him with that. If I got Roman and Cody and I'm at the board, nigga, like he controls everything. It's not
At the
But
same
but
time,
furthermore, but furthermore too, it might really just be as simple as, hey, you haven't seen The Rock and Roman together, but we all know they are like this already. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch this to Cody, and even if Cody accepted, we lining him up anyway. It really
possibly.
could be that
yeah,
simple.
it's yo, bro. It's
Like
every gangster movie, my nigga. They told Nikki they was gonna make him a made man. He ain't full Sicilian. He should have known not to walk into that room, cuz.
when it was Flair, Randy, Triple, didn't somebody get set up at the end of that whole thing anyway? Like,
Yeah,
Orton did.
or
yeah, like
Orton did when he won the
Orton got
title.
set up like
yeah,
a motherfucker.
like, bro, like they could be
speaking of
reeling him
Orton,
on in. Hey, Cody, man, I need your soul, but listen, man, I'm gonna get you all these riches and Versace and all that. Fam, Roman is in the back ready to choke you out.
Nigga, they
Like,
got a Sean Hobbs part two coming out waiting right now.
nah, but speaking of Roman, he did make a return as well. And when you talk about people that could, be on Cody's side, Roman, I mean Randy. Speaking of Randy, excuse me, Randy made his return, and Randy could be somebody who's on Cody's side too if he needs backup potentially.
which
So
I think he gonna
which
try
would
to get a lick
also
back
be
with KO first.
yeah,
which
first, absolutely.
But
which would also be temporary, man. We all know
No,
Randy.
that fits though. That fits. Cena and Orton fits in the grand scheme of everything,
Yeah,
right?
True, exactly.
Let's say if Cena wins the title, right? Let's say Cena wins the title, and
What's
Orton was
up?
already supposed to go after Cody, my nigga. You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, like that can be Orton and Cena on the last end. Where a babyface Orton, we ain't never seen a babyface Orton kill Cena
And a heel Cena? Come on,
ever,
man. Yeah,
ever.
we haven't seen a
maybe they can
babyface
do
Punk
like a
heel Cena.
maybe they
There's
can do like a
so much potential now
Yeah,
with
maybe
the heel
maybe
Cena.
like a maybe like a tag team match like how they did last year. Orton and Cody versus Rock and Cena, and then night two
and they just
for the
unlocked a
title, or
whole
do
nother.
like not and whoever wins, it would be like a
This
certain
I
is
don't
type of
think they'll do that
match.
for the title. I think like you say for right now. I think realistically, this whole last run, expect Cena to win the title at Mania and have a fucking ride. Like I think that ride, um, after Mania is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be nuts. I can't wait to hear what Cena has to say because his first time talking, because it's not gonna be for a couple
Yo,
weeks.
his mic
It's gonna
drop.
be incredible. It's gonna set the stage for everything. We're talking about people are talking about his new theme. I can't wait to see the whole thing. Like we're talking about Cena versus Randy at SummerSlam. I hear you, man. Like now we can get that. Now we can get it on a because let me ask you a question. All three of you. Do you think he wins at WrestleMania? Do you think Cena wins the championship?
I'm gonna go definitive since you got a problem with my goddamn answers.
Thank you.
Yes.
yeah. Count me in. Count me in.
What do you think, Ray?
If you go this far to literally sign your soul to the devil, this is almost like equivalent,
Gotta win.
sign your soul with Vince,
Gotta win.
having a corporate
Now
you
wait.
know.
Before y'all go any further,
Gotta
I
win.
got the following question is: Do you think he beats Cody clean?
No,
No, absolutely
Oh
not.
hell
no,
no.
absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Nah, nigga, we got a ref in hand already. That shit been cleared, nigga.
Yeah, we
Nigga.
we
His
taking we
bonus
taking
in
Oh,
bet
advantage.
already.
The Rock might have one of his Samoan friends be a referee. Like, who
Okay, just
knows?
wanted to make sure we all in
I'm
accord.
gonna
He
be
definitely taking advantage of the corporate card right off bat.
The
Absolutely.
Rock
Right
might be
off
the
bat.
referee.
Yo,
You know?
let's be honest though. Like and I know this is a static, and I know Chidi said he wanted to cap it at a certain time, so I won't keep him too long because we got another thing that we want to talk about. But I do remember, like, let's be honest. In '98, I have a very sharp memory of that WWE and WWF tournament for the championship. Shane McMahon being a fucking
Great
referee
throwback.
versus Mankind and The Rock, th- and again, this is what sparked my memory. This is what sparked me to text you about. I think we got to swerve because we already the corporation was already at form. He wanted a corporate champion, Vince McMahon being he,
Yep.
and we did not know. We thought Mankind was going to be the Stooge champion, and then like that's that back in '98. What I'm thinking right now is that you got to. They had back then Pat Patterson with Stooge, fucking ring announcer or ring bell ringer or whatever. You have people in place, I believe, already that is on the go, on the take, and it's full steam ahead. And I think you have those people. You won't know who that person is until maybe a fast count. You won't know
Listen,
who that person is until that bell rings.
the Rock got deep pockets and affiliations. For all we know, which one of them from the bloodline that's injured right now? Which one?
Who?
Tonga,
Um, Tama?
Tama
Tama Tonga.
Lord.
Tagaloa?
That man might pull up and hit him with a legit low blow. Come WrestleMania, like you never know.
Yeah,
Like,
I think The Rock could do anything. He can make himself the referee. I don't see The Rock wrestling at WrestleMania this year. He probably won't
nah,
be there,
but
but
he will be involved heavily.
yeah, he has a big movie coming up soon, so I don't think he wants to get injured before that shit. But it's Martin Scorsese. You can't fuck with that shit. So I do think that he will be involved, though. I do think that he'll be involved in the main event. And but after last night, I thought that for sure that means Cena's winning the championship. But now, as I think about it, I'm more 50-50 today that it could go either way. Right now it's Cena going for 17, and Cody Rhodes, who represents the everyday man, going up, going against the dark side, the Illuminati. The you know. So I don't know what's the better feel for the end of WrestleMania. Looking at it as a long term thing because we only got Cena for this end till the end of the year to
Well,
play this whole thing out.
I think realistically, like we stated, so you only make this move. You only make this move because you're confident in Cody and Jey Uso. So my thing is, we know things. I think we got two things for certain. I think we get Cena winning and we get Jey Uso winning,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I think this confirms
Okay.
two things, right? I think you got Jey Uso finally taking over Gunther,
Yep.
and then you got Cody clawing back at Rock and Cena, so you can keep those baby faces and those fan bases invested, engaged, spending bread, coming to the shows, having a reason to show up. Because if you got Gunther and Cena there with Rock in the background, and let's not talk, and let's get to it right now. Bianca was behind that shit, nigga. Bianca's behind that shit.
Of
And we
course
got
she
to know
was.
Bianca coming too.
She
Oh
played a better
my
actress than
god.
Angela Bassett.
Bro, that
You know she
motherfucker was
part of it.
acting, nigga. You saw
She
that motherfucker acting?
listen.
Bro, and not only the acting in the pod, did you see her in the post game?
Post game. Yeah.
When
That's
she
Yeah,
one
was
that
her
that's where I
her
felt
little interview she did. Yeah,
I didn't think that she was a
dog,
part of it until the
dog.
post game.
She had a
She
hand in
seemed
it.
so detached
She had a hand in
from
it. I don't care what nobody
anything.
say. Angela Bassett
Um
could have played
I
a better
need
role for that.
answers. I just need answers. I
And
just need,
Angela
I,
Bassett didn't play that better than her. I'm
bro,
sorry.
man, it's like
You knew
Yo, but Jade,
because soon after she gets jumped that quickly. Oh, Naomi gonna be the partner? Nah, you did it for a reason.
I love that
And
they
they
just
showed
kicked off the match that way.
and they
You
actually
know,
showed a video of when they Liv was talking to Bianca and Naomi. I mean no, Bianca and Jade. And she was saying something about like foreshadowing like the between them two, like I gotta find the joint. It's on Twitter. I gotta find it and send it to y'all. But little seeds of like,
I think I know what video you was talking about where Liv. There was kind of promo, and Liv was like, Bianca, you call yourself the biggest, the fastest, the sharpest, the toughest, and the problem is your tag team partner thinks the exact same thing. What's gonna happen when you know what I'm saying? And they cut it off. It was like you're not finna. They were champions at the time too, so you know what I
yeah,
mean.
they was still the tag team champs. Yeah,
It was like you're not finna come between us. But in the post game, Bianca stated she felt the little itch when she was tagged that she wanted to get back in singles. She stated that Naomi told me for sure it was Liv and whoopty whoop. And then now when Jay gets back, I just gotta talk to them both. Like, no, you stand with Naomi and you gotta go to Jade and be like, Jade, what you doing? Like Naomi had nothing to do with it. They was like, you
and
can't be
that's gonna
confused.
cause Jade,
You
and
know
that's
what I'm
gonna, and I
saying?
promise you, it's a very slight chance Jade gonna fuck up Bianca title.
No, I think
If Bianca sides with Naomi and says no, she didn't do this, why would she do
well,
this?
she's not going to side. I think the story is going to be this. I think the story Naomi's not going to be able to tell what happened. Naomi's not going to be able to say that me and Bianca did this.
So
You
it's
know,
gonna end up being who she gonna turn to.
it's going to be the Shawn Michaels Triple H thing, where it's going to be camera footage leading after Bianca won the title. It's going to be like after the Raw WrestleMania, whatever the case may be, and it's going to come to where Jade comes out to congratulate B for winning the title, and she's going to break out the footage and say it was you. And we got Jade and Bianca for the title. That's going to be feud of the summer.
but Jade and Bianca for the time at Backlash.
No, 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 no. Feud of the
Oh
summer. No,
hell no.
no. I think it's not going to be for the title. Jay's going to want her get back. Like it's going to be that, but that's going to be the feud of the summer where the title's going to be involved. And I think SummerSlam might be big in Jersey.
It might
In
be
Oh hell
Naomi and
yeah,
Jade at
Jersey,
for
nigga,
backlash.
Jay
hell
Bianca
yeah.
in Jersey, nigga, that's
You know I gotta
huge.
come. You know I gotta be there. But bro, like I I love that they started off the show so hot. They had the sell before anybody. Like I think the genius in that is that Bianca was already in her pod. Bianca was already she couldn't do a damn thing. So not only can't she do nothing, we as fan base really don't know what happened. As Tomato Boy, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but he's saying that he thinks that um, Naomi didn't attack Jade. And to be quite truly honest, we all don't know for sure
Don't
that
Nah,
know.
Jay
Naomi
didn't
didn't.
turn.
And I
Yeah,
love the fact that we still don't know. Like it could have been Jade turning heel and just doing it because she took her spot. It could be a miscalculation or misunderstanding, or she just but she fucked Naomi up, bro. She
she
fucked
fucked
her
up
up, bro.
like she knew.
That was
Dog.
a beatdown.
She beat her like she stole something. It was one of
No,
That
those
she
that
fucked
was
her up
a
because
that was a Langfield Bailey beatdown.
she knew something, bro. She knew
she
something.
Bro.
had,
You
and we
can
gotta
tell
see
the shit
SmackDown.
She
We
knew
you
got
can tell
something.
the way she was shit talking her while beating her ass. That was one of those, oh nah, like you think you slick,
She knew
you think
something.
you slick, you think you did something, you think you got away with it. Nah. It was one of them beatdowns.
Absolutely, pickle boy, F1 boy.
pickle
Uh,
tomato.
I think we. What I say?
That's all good. It's all
Okay,
good.
I appreciate you,
Um,
Johnny
no,
Walker Black.
yeah.
Yes,
Now,
I
real
think
quick
Steph
before we move to that, because I think that we will get that.
okay.
I want to give a big shout out to Liv Morgan. I love her evolution since she's been back last year till now. She to me was the MVP of that match. She did so much shit in that match that I felt like her work rate has been like it seems like she has a new move rate completely. And she maximizes her moments and spots. Like when Bianca was in the pod, she came over to her. She's like, "I told you so. I told you." Starts smacking on the glass,
Yeah.
talking her shit. Liv has her own charisma and confidence now that I've not seen in her entire career.
If
And
we're,
I
if we're
love it.
talking about like if we just talking about like best wrestler, that's a different story. But we're talking like best wrestler and personality. Liv might be number one right now.
Well, I think this also goes back to sports analogy as well. You give somebody an opportunity to play and to grow and to make mistakes and to learn through those mistakes and gain confidence through those mistakes, whether it be benching or injury or whatever the case may be. We've all seen a player with potential have to be sat down for a bit and come back and see the game totally different. Bryce Young is an example. I would say, as far as a basketball player, I'll even look at Jalen Brunson, right?
Drew
I
Brees
think
got benched.
Drew Brees, I would say, right? Jalen Hurts, right? You look at these players, you be like, these niggas got something. And they just need a little backseat, a little injury, a little benching or whatever. And in Liv place, I don't think it was a benching. I think she was hurt. But when
Yeah,
she
she was
came
hurt.
back, she came
Came back
back.
last Royal Rumble.
She
Like
came back last Royal Rumble, and she had the
two
Liv
Royal
Morgan
Rumbles ago.
bench tour. It gave her time to think about her character, know who her character is. She made enough money. She got a ring in the backyard, keep herself in shape to knock off any ring rust that she may have had while she was injured. And she came back hitting the ground so much where it was like she needed to take the time off of Becky Lynch. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't take the time off of Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Have a Becky. You know what I'm saying? Like she was on that type of heater. And so to Twins' point, yeah, I think Liv without a shot of a doubt is most improved player of the year. Like if we go from mania to mania, like she's the most
Like she's
improved.
MVP, most improved. Like I said, like
I ain't saying MVP, nigga. You doing too much. I ain't giving
like
her
yo, you,
MVP.
you gotta you gotta think like the stretch
I'm sorry.
she's done and like yo, like
Sorry. Fine,
her
fine.
her
Of,
mic her
of that
mic
match,
work,
I would say she
her
was
mic
Nigga,
work.
MVP.
I
Yo,
ain't taking
if she not
But
number
MVP
one,
from
she definitely top
I ain't
three.
taking MVP from Jay Uso,
She's
bro.
definitely top three. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get you, nigga. Jalen Brunson
She
was top 5 MVP. He ain't MVP,
who?
nigga. We
I'm
give
just
all
you
right.
saying.
respect,
Live
nigga.
live
But
live
you ain't
been
the
co-
MVP, nigga. You know what I'm
Nah.
live
saying?
been consistent with her matches and on the mic. Like
And even that match on Monday with her, Raquel, Bianca, Naomi, bruh, that's one of the matches of the year to me.
Yes,
They
yes.
they kicked ass, bro. They really killed it. So like holla, shout out to the woman, them doing their thing. Bianca won the match. She's going to WrestleMania to face the champion tonight. We have or tomorrow night we have Rhea versus Io Sky to determine the champion. I do not know if it's going to be a smash finish. If it's a smash finish, we might get triple threat. But if Rhea pulls, I don't see Rhea just flat out losing. I don't see her losing this close to WrestleMania.
No.
So,
Not this
so
close,
it's going to
man.
be Rhea and Bianca, or we potentially might
It's
get.
gonna be Rhea Bianca or Rhea Bianca Io. That's it,
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly. It's only two ways. But with that being said, talk about heels. There's no heel in that if that's the case, unless Bianca was
all
behind
three of
it.
them. All three of them.
I think that is a true place where if Jade and Bianca and that story isn't something that's in which will it'll always be in the background because Bianca has made it so. But I think if storytelling goes right, and Bianca has to focus what she did say, you can for sure have Bianca still be a baby and Rhea be baby, and they can build that story of how they have never met. They have never, and you can build one of the biggest, not women's matches, but one of the biggest fucking matches of all time.
And keep
Because,
this in mind, guys. Bianca has never lost WrestleMania.
bro, this
She's
is Trish.
undefeated.
Yo, this is Trish Lita. Like I'm not being
I
hyperbolic.
agree.
Like when we talk about generational shit here, as far as
It's
like,
Batista, Cena, it's
bro,
Trish Lita, or I look at it when the people they kept away from each other and they didn't touch. That's how I look at it. It's that type of level of okay, we know we got these young talent. We're not gonna have them have a match for years to come, and we're
Absolutely.
finally getting it now. So I love it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's from NXT
Yes, that they saved it
from
since then. They saved it
bro
since then. Literally
bro
since
100%.
the match, they was like, oh no,
bro from
put that over here.
NXT
Yeah.
when remember when they all had titles? It was her, Bianca. It was Bianca, Rhea, and Raquel. I think she had just won an NXT title. They was all in the joint, and they was in NXT. They all came up NXT together. They have just been on. Oh, this is gonna be fire. If
Can't wait.
bro, that outside of that, but and okay, so this is my thing. We've always been a one night each nigga, either night one or night two. I think I'm getting those three sections for both.
I
I,
definitely want to go to one night too, because we were in the building for Stone Cold's last match. It'll be dope to be in the building for Cena's last WrestleMania match as well. I want to be in the building for night two, so if I can get a ticket, like cheap ticket, I'm not sure. It's not gonna be cheap, but sometimes I'll get a ticket. I want to be there for night two.
Keep her.
yeah, it might be some soul selling nigga. Hey, hey, I might have to sell soul.
Listen, get that OF account loaded up now.
Nigga.
Put
Hey,
that
We will be
location.
in Vegas, right? So hey,
brother, prostitution legal out there. I might be safe.
You better get them. Better get them. Better get that
This
twisted up
dick
real
ain't
good.
free. Honey, baby.
Just start posting mad shit. You know.
this dick ain't free.
Better start posting a whole bunch of
Oh
pool
shit!
pics or some shit. Get
Oh
lucky.
man. So yeah, okay. So night two, Cena's, and what's crazy was I was at Taker's last match in New
Okay.
Orleans.
Oh,
I,
that's dope. That's
I
dope.
was at Taker's last match in New Orleans. I was at Stone Cold's last
Wait,
match in Dallas.
that wasn't Taker's last match. New Orleans was his last
That was his last
undefeated streak.
Mania. That was his last Mania. New Orleans was
Really?
Taker from Cena. 2018. I don't think Taker had another Mania after that.
Wow.
Because remember Cena was like, I gotta get on the show. I gotta get on the show. I was there for that night. He was in the crowd. He came out. He hopped the train.
Wait, where was this?
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the streak with Brock?
Nah. That was 10 years. That was 4 years prior. So the streak was 30.
Okay.
And then
30. Okay.
30, and then New Orleans was 34. I think I'm not.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
I think it was 30 because that was Daniel Bryan's return match. I was there for Daniel Bryan's return match from next year.
Yeah, the ladder match.
I know Daniel Bryan and who was his tag partner? It was Daniel Bryan and somebody versus Shane O'Mac and
KO.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah,
I forget what it was. I don't know.
But it was yeah. But still, like to be for Taker's last match, Stone Cold last match, and Cena's last match. Yeah, nigga, I'm telling my kids that they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's big moments, man. I'll try. We'll still see if we can make it happen, make it happen. But Mania's gonna be epic this year, obviously. Considering this is our first Cena heel match we've gotten in over 20 years, or almost, So I want to see how him and Cody work more than anything. And will the fans be on Cena's side, considering that this is last WrestleMania? It could be a whole Hogan Rock situation if they don't play, if they don't play it right.
I still think he'll get that split.
I don't.
Thank you, Cena.
I think we're getting a straight up Cena sucks. Okay. I think what we got last again. Rock said it the best, I'm so big on empirical data and analytics. I don't know why I'm a nerd, but when Rock says Toronto's a heel town, that's them doing work. That's them doing research. That's them doing strategy.
Yeah. And it's just experience. They've been in Toronto their whole careers. They know we go to Canada, it's a little bit
Well,
different.
well,
It's
also
just
too,
Bret Hart even,
but
you
they,
know.
but they, but they also, again, around that time, Rich, you was old enough, CT was old enough. I wasn't. Niggas was tired of Hogan by the time we got Hogan and Warrior. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really a split. Niggas chose. You had some, but niggas chose who they chose. Rock said in 18. No, nigga, we had a switch. It wasn't even a split, nigga. Like, nah, niggas turned that some bit sideways on us.
But that's why I'm worried about it because when Hogan came back, he was older, just like John Cena, and it was a nostalgia of seeing him back in the ring again.
Mm-hmm.
The fans wanted to see him; they were just excited to see Hogan.
I don't
And
think Cena never been Hogan. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
okay,
I'm I'll be out. That's one thing I'll get to Terry. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I will give to that nigga name rings bells, bro. And
Cena has always been polarizing. I'll say that. And
I mean,
Hogan, Hogan at his peak wasn't polarizing. Hogan
bro,
at his peak, it was like he knows how to draw emotion out of people
bro,
and make them feel for him.
Hogan at his peak to it's almost Jordan esque.
He was his own Beatles.
It's Jordan esque where there is not a disparaging thing you can place upon those who are in a nostalgic realm of wrestling that don't think that Hogan is the best of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Hogan is one thing I'll say about him. I gotta give him credit too. Is as a bigger guy, he knew how to garner sympathy in a way that I haven't seen since from a bigger guy. Like we've seen guys like Sammy, even Cody can do it. Cody can do it. He's not as big, but this is
Even
Hogan. Like,
Cena never fought from underneath like Cody.
yeah,
Cena never had the fans engaged enough to fight underneath like Hogan did, right?
yeah,
Because Cena was Superman.
yeah,
Hogan was
exactly.
not really deemed Superman almost, right?
Yeah,
He
he
was,
was our hero. Hogan was, especially during that time when
yeah.
the kayfabe was real.
I've never considered Captain America, right? Because Captain America had flaws. Captain America get beat up. Captain America has some blood on him. Captain America, but at the end of the day, Captain America to some portion felt defeated because he didn't kind of win. You know, Cena never felt like that, man. I ain't never saw the kryptonite to that motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
Honestly,
Cena.
what? So what? Because I'm trying to understand. So are you saying that Cena never had the like he was like he could be beaten? Like what are you saying that he?
yes. I'm saying that that reign of terror, I believe, was
Superstore
intentional.
run.
Yeah, that's '90s Jordan, right? Like
Yes,
you may have had Barkley. Niggas want to say how good those people may have been, and I'm not going. I'm never not going to hear you, Rich. I'm never not going to hear you, Ron, and whatever. I'm never not going to hear that Barkley wasn't good, or fucking Peyton and Kemp and Clyde Drexler and. But nigga, if Jordan was who he said he was, nigga, nobody touching that nigga, and that's what Cena was. No Umaga, JBL, Batista, Taker, Punk, nigga. Who else we talk about in that 10-year run, TD? And then I'm running off like them top dogs. We any
Orton.
Orton, like he chopping them niggas down, bro. Honestly, like you get a couple wins here and there, but like
If you parallel with him and Hogan is that Hogan did go do the same thing. He chopped everybody down.
Right.
The difference is that when he was in the ring with like an Andre or a Ric Flair or a Macho
Sergeant
Man, he
Slaughter,
could Sergeant Slaughter. He can make you feel like, oh my God, no, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to lose.
Iron Sheik,
And
yes.
Cena, when he got to those moments, you kind of feel like he's winning. He's gonna come back from this anyways. Like he's gonna come back. You know, and we all know this is Cena. He's gonna win. It's
So let
almost
me
like
so
we
let
got
me
used
ask you
to it.
this, because I think what plays into that is not only our age, but that we've seen that before, like you said with a
True.
Hogan. So
I was gonna say that.
do you think that plays a part in that? Because if I was watching like one of our nephews or one of my younger cousins watching that match, they probably have the same emotion of, oh my God, Cena, no, I hope he doesn't lose to Taker like we did watching Hulk Hogan face Andre the Giant, or when he faced under. I remember watching Hogan lose to Undertaker right before Undertaker became who he was. Like I remember being afraid of Undertaker.
Yeah,
Like how you say like that moment of terror.
yeah.
Like it's a child who watched Cena and had whatever you could name
With
any
Umaga
rivalry
or
before,
something
and,
like,
and
oh
they might
no.
have
And
had the
you're
similar.
right.
Well, and so I would take that, and I will understand that, and the reason why I would, and that's the reason why I would say I didn't believe what I said is hyperbolic, for the
Mhm.
simple fact of Cena's run is LeBron's run. It's 20 years of sustained. I'm present and I am who everybody said that I am.
Mhm.
Right, and I can never take that away from Cena.
Right.
Just like a lot of niggas can't take that away from Braun. But the thing about it is, Cena did go up against a lot more people like Braun did, and was
In
still
their peak.
great that
I
In
think
whole
their
yeah,
peak.
Cena had a
still
higher,
great that
a
whole time.
longer run at the top than
Yes.
anybody. Cena had a
But he
longer run
also
at the top
went
than
through like people
anybody.
during their peaks.
Yep.
Also,
He
we
went through
just
people
came
with
off
their
the Attitude Era,
perspective.
so he's dealing with.
Like he
Oh,
had to
it's
go
not like it's not
through.
like Stone
Yeah.
Cold. It's not like that. So that criticism of he just in that era had this more polarizing effect that even LeBron has, where it's like you either love him or hate. Oh, the game has changed. Like I feel like Cena represents that era of you either love them or you hate them, but they're going this path with Cena anyways, and you're going to deal with it. Rather than with Stone Cold and Bret Hart, they changed Bret Hart heel. They would change Stone Cold heel and make him babyface. They were able to go with the fans a little bit more and more flexible during the Attitude Era. And when they said no, we're going to make more money with Cena at top and have him just run through everybody for a decade. And they went with that. And every now and then he'll lose the title for a little bit. But even when he lost the title, he's still in the main event. CM Punk is in the mid card with the championship. Like that's the type of shit they did with Cena, where we're like, all right, you guys clearly are forcing him down our throats. It wasn't like Hogan was organic, Stone Cold was organic, Rock was organic, and then we get Cena, and it was like, okay, organic until the point where we're like, all right, can we get somebody else? And then they're like, no, for like another 6, 7 years, and we just got Cena winning, beating everybody, and then we're like, all right, we're over this shit, and
And
the
that's
thing is
how
still,
and that's how Batista broke through. Like real shit. Batista broke through because we just absolutely nigga, Jeff Hart. I gotta get my ticket to Wally Mania. Jeff Hart is gonna be at Wally Mania. It's the 10th
okay,
anniversary of Wally Mania. Jeff Hart is gonna
yo,
be
is it tickets out yet?
yes, tickets are on sale. Absolutely. Yes,
Okay.
sir. But the thing in the running thing is Jeff Hardy was as big as Obama in '08. Brother, if you go back to '08, nigga, we was black boys listening to fucking Fallout Boys. We was listening to goddamn Gym Class Heroes. We was on our emo stage, and Jeff Hardy had us doing this, motherfucker. Like we was getting it, brother. So I can attest to it. I was a year after high school. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff Hardy in '08 is big. Batista, he broke through. He was big. Daniel Bryan, he broke through. He was big. During those three guys, Cena was still on top, bro. Cena was still on top, and they had to fucking break through that proverbial glass ceiling to get in front of Cena. And I think that's why I say that heel turn, no hyperbole. I think this heel turn was such a in the making because everybody felt as if he was burying people. Everybody felt that he was using the stroke. Everybody knew that he was Vince's guy. Everybody knew he had the private plane. Everybody knew he made the most money, sold the most merch, had the biggest back end. Everybody knew it, but Cena still came out and perpetuated. No, nigga, I work for this. I earn this. I do this because I work the schedule. I do this because they can rely on me. I do this because I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. At the end of the day, nigga, I'm a part timer now. I'm a movie star now. I'm pacemaker now, nigga. And I can still have that stroke that y'all niggas say I have and use it. Oh yeah, this shit about to be epic, nigga. This shit about to be epic, dog. I think he about to come in. He might wear those big bulky looking square box suits, nigga. And he might come to every joint looking like a movie star. He might come looking like me and Rock is big. We took this and became bigger than this. Like you are lucky to be in our presence, nigga. Like,
I wanna hear his first promo. Like
nigga, that shit gonna be
his
crazy.
baby face. We already know his baby face promos be literally be ripping boys out. Like he be cutting boys a new one. His not hearing his like heel promos, like his shit talking.
Yo,
I wanna
I can't wait.
yo
I
yeah,
hope we
like
see a whole different version of this guy. Like him off the freaking, he's off the leash now. Like you know how much restriction you gotta have from being a babyface and having to fit a character
Yeah,
for 20 years. Like, bro, like I
yeah.
know he was heel in the beginning of his career for a little bit, but come on, by the time he became
nigga,
Cena, the one we know him as, he was
having Cody
babyface the
say
entire time.
fuck right now is
Oof.
nigga. You don't bro. Baby faces being able to say fuck right now. That means Cody is up to
So if
here.
you don't think John Cena not about to come on Raw on Netflix and let that shit fly, you got another thing coming,
Bro,
boy. He about to
I
go
can't
crazy. He
wait.
like, yo,
he about to go
I've
ape
been holding
shit.
this fuck for
He about to
25
go
years.
ape
You
shit.
motherfuckers think you can do this to me?
Yo, he
He
must have
about
so
to
much
Motherfucker,
go
you're
ape
pent.
shit.
Yeah, and I think that with The Rock turning heel last year and Cena, we'll see what he does this year. It adds level to their acting ability in some ways. You get to challenge yourself. And The Rock mentioned that he's like the fact that Cena wanted to do this and challenge himself rather than just go, or Triple H said, rather than just go out on nostalgia. And because it could have been easily, there's millions in Cena being Cena babyface for the rest of the year. There's millions in that. Him going to every single city and town, selling all his damn heads, caps, armbands, whatever, t-shirts,
bro,
whatever, all the merchandise for his last.
tens of millions, my nigga.
Yeah, and then ticket sales. Oh, hey guys, last time you're gonna see Cena, you better sell
Tens,
out. Like
tens
that
of
type of shit,
millions.
like is going to make them millions. But he said, no, I want to challenge myself and be a character that is going to make me have to now challenge myself to be not the same person and just play the same old tunes I've been for the past
But
20
you
years
know what I
and do the
love
same
about
with the same motions.
I'm
I love it. I gotta respect it,
you know what I
and I
love about this though? This elevates the business going forward.
Mhm.
In the era of where they're
100%.
at in Netflix, Michael Cole said on, I think it was on Pat McAfee, he was like, Netflix got us because we're able to tell stories now. Of course, we we wrestle. Fuck that. We are no longer a professional wrestling
Yeah,
company. Please get that out of your fucking head. We are an entertainment company, and you're talking about legit two big box office stars, and they're only box office because of wrestling. You know how fucking big that. You know what that? Why you think Vic Vince?
and one of them is the biggest one in the world out of all the actors and actors. Made the
Bro,
most money out of everybody.
bro, out of everybody that you know that make movies, this nigga make the most of
The biggest action star.
it, bro.
Yeah,
The biggest.
Easily.
This is Arnold
Easily.
Schwarzenegger of 2025.
And
absolutely.
bro, so when and it came from this business when
Mhm.
he talks about his grandfather and his father and his cousins and his cousins' cousins and his mama and his aunties, that shit is what made him a legit billionaire.
Yep.
I don't see how people in this era of wrestling is not inspired right now. I
It's very
don't
inspiring.
see how
Yeah.
Cody and Bianca and Samoa Joe, niggas, he's in games now, nigga. And LP, bro, I don't. MJF is in Sandler movies. Swerve is doing music. Right? I don't see how people don't use this and catapult themselves into fucking another stratosphere, because think about what this is about to do to elevate the business. You just said, I can't wait. This Netflix might rival the debut in views.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think
Yeah,
so.
talk about it.
I think
Talk
so.
about it. It's true.
This Netflix in Buffalo, again, now we talk about the town now. We talk about Buffalo now. This
Oh,
Netflix that's about to be shown tomorrow
Nigga.
in
Liddy.
Buffalo might
Liddy.
be one of the biggest Netflix
Liddy.
fucking things, live specials next to Beyonce or
Laid.
something like that. I don't
I'm
know.
talking about the Netflix where Cena shows up for the first time because he's
I
not
think
going to
he
be there.
coming. I think he coming tomorrow.
He got to.
But The
He not
Rock
going on
just said that
SmackDown.
he just took a flight to Africa
Ah, okay,
yesterday,
okay.
and that's why I
He
also
still
am
he
inspired
still might make it.
because
Still
B
might make
He
doesn't
it.
might
work
he
in
might cut a
crazy ass
video
schedules.
promo.
He still
He
might
might
make
cut
it.
a video
We
promo.
I hope
we
he
talking
doesn't.
about
I
the
want him
Rock.
to be in the flesh when he first speaks. I don't want him to cut no video package
Wait,
promo.
you
I
don't
want
want
him to be in the
Hollywood
flesh.
Cena? You don't want him on a
Nah.
movie
Oh
set?
well, that if he's doing it that way, I'm gonna take it. But
Okay,
I feel like
I'll take it. Okay.
I feel like he should be in the ring with a microphone the first time he speaks,
Yeah.
and hear and feel the crowd, feel the boos, or how they respond,
Hold
and
on.
then
Is
go off of that.
anything gonna be better than Roman beating Taker and coming to the ring, getting those boos, and then dropping the mic and saying it's my yard now?
I think so. I think there's possible
You
ways to
you,
do
you
better than
don't
that
think
because
you don't think it'll
this is
be
Cena,
cheers?
man.
You don't think it'll be cheers and cheers? Nobody cheered Roman. Nobody
Nobody
cheered
did.
Roman. The night after
It
33, the
depends
last
on how they do
Orlando.
it, man. It's like there's so many ways they can go. I don't know. I don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna sit back and watch because I can't wait. I can't wait. I really am because as much as I like to predict and like and all that stuff, sometimes I just like to sit back and watch it. And there were a lot of people talking going into Elimination Chamber, what's gonna happen with Cody selling the show and all that stuff. And I know me and you talked the morning of Elimination Chamber, and I wasn't completely turned off. I was gonna watch it. Like it wasn't like I'll tune into it. Nah, I was gonna watch it, and I was definitely curious about the show. But I ever since Raw on Netflix, I've been like, we're gonna get to WrestleMania. I know people are like, oh, does it feel like WrestleMania? I didn't feel that way. I felt like we're gonna get there. I was patient enough to wait and see what happens. And mind you, I'm happy with what they did at Royal Rumble. Like I enjoy what we could potentially see with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and CM Punk still. I still am excited to see what's gonna happen with the woman and Bianca and Sarita and Io and Jay Cargill coming back and there's so many things that I am interested in that's going on right now. What's going to happen with Braun Breaker? Is him and AJ going to link up? That could be pretty cool. So I'm one of those guys. I'm going to wait to see what Cody was going to be doing to really have a real judgment on things. And this now, we now know where they're going with things. I feel like everybody should take a step back and just enjoy the ride because I want to see where they go with it. There's like they surprised me, and I've learned and been humbled with Dwayne Johnson and Triple H over the past 2 years now that they're not Vince in the way of doing things the way that they used to do it as building wrestling company. They're on the cutting edge of where they want to go. They might think something today and change it tomorrow, and I appreciate that because that's the creativity we need to push the boundaries of what this medium called wrestling is. A lot of people minimize it to, oh, it's just wrestling. And even to me, to some degree, minimize it like, oh, heel, face, they're trying to go here. I got it. Oh, clearly CM Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble, right? Like, I got it. Like that kind of mindset where I can now deduce based on what happened in the past, I've been watching my whole life, what's going to come. I can almost tell exactly what's going to come next. And sometimes we'll be right, sometimes we'll be wrong. But what I see now is that there's an intention on what's the biggest, most shocking thing we can possibly do. And I love it, bro.
Well, that's why I can this too right now. If they were spying on us and listening to the show, they're loving hearing what we're saying because ultimately this is what they always wanted their fans to get back to.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch.
Yeah.
Period.
Mhm.
I can't wait to see what they do next.
Exactly.
Instead of doing what we've been doing, predicting, I'll check out, oh, I'll come back when, that. No, nigga, we are back in the cycle of, oh, these niggas is tripping. You know what I'm saying?
They cooking, bro.
This is
They really,
they're making a television show, something that we've complained about. Hey,
yes.
bro, give me continuity in a television show if you want me to watch week to week. Where we've got to that. So much so that we're on Netflix,
Yeah.
right? And we associate Netflix with shows. This is going to be one of the best 2 to 3 months of storytelling that we've get. And the reason why I'm extending this, bro, because I think that we're gonna get big ones from Elizabeth. Uh, um, we're gonna get big storytelling and reveals by the time we get to what's the payback, wherever the joint is after Mania. No, we got Money in the Bank, and then we got SummerSlam, and you know
Two nights SummerSlam, right?
SummerSlam is 2 nights, so you know they about to make that shit crazy.
I know.
Fellas, I hate to cut you off because my phone is gonna cut off at any moment. So before my joint fade to black, I appreciate y'all having me. Went lucky he got out of here before I was about to cut his ass up, nigga, over there looking like an R&B star in the fourth window. But I'm gonna get with y'all boys. Again, appreciate y'all letting me on, man. This joint about to die on like 2%.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, fam.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
But man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, and I think that's where I want to leave off. I'm excited for the future of wrestling. I'm excited for what we're gonna see, like you said, over the next 6 to 7 months now. And I gotta give him a tip to my cap. Jacob Fatu and Solo still got their story going. Like we're now pivoting off of the bloodline stuff so much into a whole new era, and they were able to do it seamlessly. And a lot of people were shitting on Cody's run. I thought him and KO had a great story. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, Cody's run has been." You can't compare Cody and Roman's run, guys. Let's chill the fuck out for one and let it simmer. Let's wait and see what happens. I enjoyed what they did with Cody and KO. I don't have any complaints for his run as champion, but now things are just picking up. And I think people want to see it at a high all the time. Can we just chill out sometime? Because you can't expect every angle to be a 10. And I think we're creeping towards that now, and it feels good to be there again.
Hey man, it felt good doing a pod with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got 2. It was worth it, bro. We said it had to be big for you to come back, bro. And we got a healed Cena. We got you excited to watch week to week. We got Bianca going to motherfucking Mania because you can't spell WrestleMania without the EST.
EST.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bianca, man. Honestly, that list came out, and I think she's a little bit low on that list of the best women wrestlers ever. But I'll tell you this: in a couple of years, she might be number 1 by the time it's all said and done. Bianca, I say it all the time, is one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, and I'm gonna keep saying that.
And now this motherfucker acting too, clocking T. Oh, it's a wrap now. She about to get that coin. You know what I'm saying?
Wait until we get the heel Bianca, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She about to, her and Montez about to be walking around looking like, hey, show the video.
Shout out to Montez. Shout out to the Street Profits. They shot a video recently, put that out. They look good. I can't wait to see what they do at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm excited for everybody, and I'm just happy that the conversations are flowing, bro. And I'm glad that we're being heard. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
All is love. Everything is wrestling, and we'll be back. Don't know when, but possibly WrestleMania. If something happens before then, we might come earlier and check in with you guys again.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Bought my plane ticket to Vegas yesterday.
I land in Vegas at 8:30 on the day of WrestleMania.
On the 17th?
On the 17th.
I get there on the 17th too, but I think I get there at like 4.
So I need you. Oh shit! You might have to get the spot for us, and shit, you gotta wait for us, man. Shoot.
No, I get there at 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be there before me.
No, on the 17th. You say you get there. Oh, you get there at 8 at night?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant 8 in the morning. Okay.
I'm not. If I get my ticket to WrestleMania, I gotta pull up. I'm not sure if they're gonna. Shit, I gotta go to the hotel first, and just relax because that's a long flight. And then show up. And then show up.
Boy, you better take a liquid IV and get off the plane. Up it,
Yo, it's gonna be crazy. Yo, it's gonna be lit.
About, nigga.
It's gonna be lit.
No rest in Vegas, nigga. Fuck, you better get some sleep before, nigga.
I sleep on the plane.
Exactly, nigga. Get off the plane, ready to go. Go to the hotel, take a shower.
That's what I'm talking about, and then I'll pull up.
I thought you
But
said
I might be there
rest.
late. I might be there around like I don't know where Elimination is at. I might be there at what 11. I don't know if it's still gonna be open. I'm not sure if it's still be going.
All right, hold on. Let's end the stream.
We'll talk about it.
No. We about to talk this now. Let's end the stream. We about
All right, I gotta hit up. I gotta make a chat with you, Tyrone, and me, and we'll talk about it.
All right, hold on. I'll put you on game real quick. All right, everybody. You know, we'll be in Vegas.
All love. Everything's wrestling. We'll see you WrestleMania. Peace out, deuces.
Peace.
Shout out to Heel Cena, baby.
Yes, sir.
Get out this bitch.